Welcome back to another episode of Pan's Picks. This is the show where I go through an NFL team's schedule and I tell you the probability in which I think they're going to win week in and week out. At the end, we're going to come up with a win total. I can compare it with Vegas odds. Maybe I can give some suggestions, or maybe not. With me, as always, is bird enthusiast Bill. Bill, how are the birds chirping out there?
Oh, they're looking majestic.
That's good. I'm glad you're doing the show from the golf course and you're letting me know how the birds are sounding.
Yep.
What team do we have today?
Today we have the Las Vegas Raiders, 10-7 last year and second in their division. It's a new look for the Raiders with first-year coach Josh McDaniels and newly acquired Devontae Adams. Adams and Carr are both Fresno State teammates, went into the draft at the same time. Will the new blood be enough to top the arguably hardest division in the NFL? That's a tongue twister.
Yeah, arguably hardest division I've ever seen. I've never seen a division with like three great quarterbacks and one still pretty good quarterback. Who we're talking about today is Derek Carr. Fresno buddies, bringing it back. See if that Bulldog pride can reign high in Las Vegas. Let's see the schedule. There it is, and my head right underneath the Al Davis torch for this one. I'm very excited. Stadium looks beautiful. Looks great. Week 1 at the Chargers. I'm going to go with a 50-50. They had to start the season right off with it, right? You couldn't wait for it. You had to make the rematch of one of the most ridiculous games I've ever seen that had one of the most ridiculous outcomes because it was the first time in NFL history that if two teams tied, they both make the playoffs. They literally didn't even have to play the game. But they did, and the Raiders won. They played spoil when they didn't even need to. That's a dirty division dog right there. But we'll go 50% on 25%. Sorry, Raiders. The Chargers are going to come out angry. I'm going to go 25%. Chargers are going to win that game at home, week 1. Week 2, Arizona. Arizona's coming to town. Big desert rivalry. 50% chance I'm going to give it. I think the Raiders are going to lose this one, though. I think Arizona will go into Las Vegas and take it. At Tennessee. Raiders, Tennessee. That I don't know why that seems like a funny matchup to me. Either way, let's go with, at Tennessee, I'm going to go 75%. I'm going to go hard on the Raiders for this one. I don't know why. I don't think Tennessee's got it. I think this seems like such a hard, impossible to predict team. Both these teams seem like teams that can just get blown out or blow someone out. They'll beat the best and then get destroyed by someone. That's what I feel about Tennessee and the Raiders. They can lose so big. So I kind of love them playing against each other, and I think the Raiders are going to come in and they're going to stomp the Tennessee Titans at home. Week 4, Wilson comes into town with his new team, the Denver Broncos, and I am going to go with a 50% chance, but I'm going to take Denver on this one. Bill, Denver over the Raiders, 50% chance?
I think it's still early in the season for Russell Wilson and the Broncos. I also had 50-50, but I'm going to give the edge to the Raiders.
Okay. Week 5 at Kansas City.
Fun pick.
It's a hot pick. What makes it hot? Give it to me.
Week 5 at the Arrowhead Stadium, Monday Night Football. Las Vegas is getting 6 points. Last season, they were crushed by the Chiefs twice, absolutely blown out. But the team upgraded this season, and I think that Kansas City actually was a little flat in the offseason with their acquisitions. And I think that with this game, I think that Kansas City wins, but I don't think they beat them by 6 points. I don't think they're going to be blown out again. I think they actually only lose by 4. So I would take the bet, but I still have Kansas City to win.
Cool. I'm going to give them a 50% chance, but I will also take Kansas City. I agree with what you said about Kansas City. They'll still win. I think, once again, yes, the Raiders improved much more, and Kansas City did not necessarily. I think they improved their future. They did not improve their further down the line future, but not their current state, losing Tyreek Hill. But I still take Kansas City. Mahomes is very good and very hard to bet against. Week 6, bye week. Week 7, Houston. Hosting Houston. I'm going to give them the full 100%. Let's do it. 100%. They're going to beat Houston. Houston's no good. Sorry. I don't mean to be mean, but they're no good. Week 8 at New Orleans is a fun game to me. It's a fun game. 50%. I'll take the Raiders, though. That's kind of where I'm at. Week 9 at Jacksonville. Can Trevor Lawrence take the team to new heights over the Raiders? No. Not over the Raiders. 75% at Jacksonville. Week 10, hosting Indianapolis. This is an exciting game, and I am going to be higher on Indianapolis than I am on the Raiders, but I'm still going to do it a 50% chance, but I think Indianapolis will win that game. Bill, are you higher on the Raiders, or are you higher on the Colts?
I am higher on the Raiders. I actually have that one at 0.75.
Oh, wow. All right.
At home versus Indy,
Yeah.
I think that Indy's a good team, but I think that the Raiders have improved enough to topple that matchup.
Okay. Week 11 at Denver. I'm going to... I think Denver's going to get the ball rolling. It's going to be at home. They're going to get their chance, and they're going to make it happen. 25% for that one. Week 12 at Seattle. 100. Let's just do the 100. I don't know. I don't think home team's going to mean anything. Maybe I would think 75, but it's very in between. But since I'm here with the Raiders now, I'll give them 100. Week 13, hosting the Chargers. I'm going to give it a 15%. Or 50, not 15, 50%. Sorry. 50% for the Chargers. And I think I'm still going to take the Chargers. I just like them. I like them better. I think they're just a better team. The Raiders are good, but I like the Chargers. Khalil Mack against his original team. I don't know. That could be fun. Obviously, there's a lot of tension between those two teams. Both going to be playoff teams probably, or at least close to it. Week 14 at the Rams. Oh. Wow. That's a hard one. 25%. I think the Rams are too good. I mean, I like the Raiders. I just think that they're a little messy for me. I don't know about Carr 100%. I don't know about 10 wins last year, but a lot of them are very close. They had a bad point differential. And it just still, I don't know. Week 15. New England is a hot pick. Belichick coming into Las Vegas, going into the Death Star. What do you got?
Yep. Currently, the line is Vegas is giving 3 points. Could be an important matchup in both of the teams' playoff hopes. I feel like New England late in the season will be in a similar position where maybe not atop of their division, but vying for a wild card bid. I don't think that the Raiders cover this one. In fact, I would take New England on the money line.
Ooh. I like it. I'm going to go against you, though. I'm going to say 50%, and I'm going to go with the Raiders. I think the talent is too high on the Raiders roster, and I think New England does not have adequate talent. And I also like Carr better than Jones. So 50% from me over New England. I'm going to give them a little bit of a nod over New England. At Pittsburgh, week 16. Let's go with a I don't know. Oh, man. I guess I'll just stick with the 50. Yeah, 50% chance at Pittsburgh. I'll take them over Pittsburgh. I do think they're superior, but going into Pittsburgh late in the season can be really difficult. They're a warm weather team. Pittsburgh has a tormenting player, and I think they can make it difficult for the Raiders, but I do think the Raiders will still win. 0.75, Bill, or do you think Pittsburgh has a shot?
I had that one at a 50-50.
Ooh, all right.
And this one, I'm going to go with Tomlin.
Yeah, very good.
I think that coaching is going to be the difference maker here. And
Cool.
McDaniels, while he is going to be in his first real position as the head coach, I think that he gets outcoached.
Ooh, McDaniel slipped my mind in that New England matchup. That makes that pick much hotter. All right, Week 17, hosting San Francisco. 50-50. I think Las Vegas is good enough to give San Francisco a run for the money, and I'm going to take Las Vegas at home. They had a great end to the season last year, and I think that they can do it again. Beat San Francisco, maybe beat Pittsburgh, maybe beat New England. Who knows? But they're all very close games in my mind. Week 18, last game of the season, hosting Kansas City. Could they get the win over the Chiefs? Would the Chiefs be playing? I say either way. Let's go 75%. I don't know why. I feel it. 75%. I think the Chiefs are going to be possibly resting. I know the division's really difficult, but I don't know. I just don't think that they're going to end nice. But it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be number one. It could be that they're, number 3 and they're just there. And they're like, you know what? I don't care. We're at number 3. We've won the division. Let it go. Mahomes, rest. Everyone rest. And I think they'll probably win. The 25% chance is the 25% chance that isn't happening in my mind, which would make it a 50-50 as I had it earlier. All right, let's see what the final totals are. What are we going to end up with? Bills, Vegas, compared with me. What do we got? Ooh-wee. I guess we like the Raiders. I think the Vegas odds are pretty modest for this team. They won 10 last year. The strength schedule is difficult, and obviously they're in the AFC West. But I think that, with the Seattle game, the Jacksonville and Houston, I don't love Tennessee. They're playing the AFC South. That gives them a boost. They're playing the NFC West, which does not give them a boost, but besides Seattle. But, they won 10 last year, albeit very shockingly. When you look at their stats, I can't believe they won 10, actually. Besides their offensive rank and defensive rank being middle of the road, which is, playoff quality in that sense, that's just yards. Their points for and against were absolutely abysmal. They were negative 60 or 70 or something along those lines. And when it comes to their turnover differential was really bad as well. But Carr gets his yards. They got Devontae Adams now. They added other pieces onto the team. New coach, Josh McDaniels. Can he make it happen? It's an exciting year for them, but I think it comes down to Carr. How good can Carr be? How much can he push this team to the next level? He's getting everything. I feel like in this moment, Carr has everything. Make it happen. You even got a new stadium. Carr's got a new stadium, new coach who's won Super Bowls as an offense coordinator, but not proven himself really that much as a head coach. And you've got a defense that's added pieces. You've got a receiver that has been considered possibly the best receiver in the league. And then this is also interesting, Adams, how big he can be without Aaron Rodgers. How good is Devontae Adams now? Is he going to be great without Aaron Rodgers? Or is Aaron Rodgers just, a superstar throwing perfect passes and being Adams is just, it's just too easy. And when you put him on a different team with a different quarterback, I would expect his play to, go down a little bit because Carr is definitely not as good as Rodgers. But, could he make Carr look really, really great as well? We'll see. Bill, 10.25. You're taking the over. You're hammering the over in my mind. You're almost at 2 games. You think 9 wins is easy. Am I right?
Yeah, I think they have a lot of 50-50 games, obviously.
Yeah.
I'm kind of in there. If they can put together a streak at the end of the season, I think that they can get to 10 wins. I think it's going to be a long stretch at the end. They're going to be probably about 50-50 halfway through the season. And then they really need to turn it on for the second half of the season. But I think the addition of Devontae Adams is going to open up Waller to have a number one tight end season. I think that he's going to have a huge year. He's a great threat for the team. And with the addition of Devontae Adams, they're going to have to definitely keep an eye on him, which is going to leave the middle of the field open. So that's the reason why I think I'm a little bit higher on them.
Yeah. I mean, they definitely have the skill positions. They absolutely have the skill positions. If Carr can put together a good season with them, maybe lower his interceptions, his turnovers, and things like that, make sure he plays solidly, then based on the offensive roster, that offense can be top 5, absolutely, and the defense is no slouch either. But we'll see. This AFC West is bonkers, and that's why there's so many 50%. They're playing all the AFC West teams, and when you look at them, it's like, can you really give them, less than 50% against the Chargers, less than 50% against the Chiefs, even less than 50% against the Broncos? You just kind of give them 50. It's just 50, 50, 50, and then when they play the NFC West, Cardinals 50. New Orleans even 50, because they're so. The Raiders are so in the middle to me of this, like, are they good, are they not good? And you want to give them the benefit of the doubt sometimes because Derek Carr has shown up, but then, they lose to the Chiefs 9-48. Just, like, blown off the field. And I believe they lost the other game, was it 41-14, something like that? Like, it's like they didn't even walk on the field against the Chiefs in both games. But they beat the Chargers in that wild game at the end of the season, and they beat other teams in these close wins, and some of them solid wins. They're all over the map, and they're a fun team to pick. They're a fun team to pick. They'll be a fun team to root for, not as a fan, because as a fan, that sounds exhausting. It sounds exhausting to imagine them losing to the Chargers week 1, 41-14, and then beating Tennessee week 3, 41-14, right? I can see their future as something like that, where you're like, what is happening? Can't you just even these games out a little bit? My heart is going to explode. They're going to be a very exciting team to watch this year. And I think they probably will make the playoffs. So I might lean towards a yes on this. Bill's giving them a hard yes on absolutely take the over. But you tell us what you think. You take the over, you take the under, you pick. You tell me that I'm way wrong for whatever reason, whether I'm not high enough on them or I'm not low enough on them. Let me know in the comments, and I hope that you will, and maybe I kind of know that you will. And then you can do it yourself. You go through the whole season, 0%, 25%, 50%, 75%, 100%. You go through the whole season, pick each game, and post your win totals in the comments. Compare them with ours. Tell them why you came up with it. What matters most to you? Is it Derek Carr? Is it the new coach? Is it just Devontae Adams? He's going to get 1,800 yards. He's going to be pushing the record. 23 touchdown passes, maybe. Touchdown catches. Break Moss's record? Who knows? You let me know the reason why you think the Raiders are going to be good, bad, or just in the middle, and what their season hinges on. And as always, make sure to like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.